Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So yesterday I posted an animation I did recently. This was this one, and yeah, and people got crazy about it. I did this very quiet tricky, so but before I decided to make a tutorial for this, I tried to find some ways how I can make this easier and faster, because I think on my try on this I worked about half a day, because I made some things that now I know better ways. So because I wanted to do a tutorial later, and I thought, no, 5 hours tutorial or more part tutorial, no, I don't want it. So now we make it a little in a better way. So okay, yeah, simply let's start. I will render this because you see here I have here a quite nice materials. Maybe we see it better on the close-ups. I should have here some close-ups. Yeah, you see the materials I made here, so, and I made this everything in Octane, but we will try to create this look in physical render as well. We will not get this Bokeh Effect and something else, but the material we should get, and we'll try, maybe we get something like this here. Okay, good. So I started with a platonic guy. Okay, make it immediately editable. We see on the keyboard, and I select all the polygons here with Ctrl A. Now with MS I go to bevel, MS, and in the bevel I don't want to preserve the groups, so I get this here, which looks quite nice. Let's see here. I cannot really remember the original settings I did, or the original values. Patrons can already download the project on Patreon. Then you have exactly the thing I did, because I made a backup folder so you can see how I started. And yeah, but we will see how it looks. This 8, that looks quite nice. Maybe 10. Because here we get the belt between, so okay, now this should work. Good. Next step, I want to select all these loops here that on the triangles, and so I make a selection tag here. So I set the selection here. I have here set selection. If you don't have it in your toolbar to store the selection, you go to select, and here you have somewhere set selection. Okay, now I select all the polygons, Ctrl A, and go to the selection tag here and say deselect polygons. So I have selected only the loops of this. Now I for inner extrude, preserve groups, no thank you, and let's inner extrude this. That's nice. Let's go to 6 here. I want to work with quite round numbers. 6 or 5. 5 is. Make it a 6. Good. Now D for extrude, and I want to extrude it to the inside a little bit. So you see here when they intersect here. You see this is too much, so I go up a little bit. Okay, let's go to 5, -5. That's okay. And I for inner extrude again and extrude a little bit inner extrude, so 0.5 should be fine here. And again D, and now we extrude in the opposite direction, 5. And this is nice. The next step, what we have to do manually, I found no way to make this not manually, is we have to bridge all these polygons here together. So B for the bridge tool. If someone knows a way how I can bridge all in once, I would really be thankful for this, but now I have to do it manually. So maybe when I go, then maybe I will just fast forward. Yeah, I will fast forward this later. Just show you some, and then I'll make the rest. So I go from here, from this polygon to here, and you will see this, here, this connection, and this is okay. From this point and this point, the opposite point, this is okay. Just click on here, hold the mouse button and drag it to the other side. If you do it wrong, you will see it. Let's say if you go to here and instead of this edge, you take this edge, you immediately see that it's wrong. So don't worry, just up, and we do all of them. It goes quite fast. And I have the polys here, so that should be at the end. I think 120 it should be at the end, so we can be sure when we have 120 we did not forget anything. So, but you see it goes quite fast, so it's not really hard to work. If you listen to some music, then do something else. To your wife, what is just telling you what you did wrong the whole day. Oh no, just a joke. She's not at home, so I am very smart when she's not at home. So hopefully she don't watch my tutorial. Okay, well, you see, it goes really fast. We have already 110, so 110 polygons here, here, here. I don't know, the upper one, 116, so here are some 118, and now let's search the last one. I think it should be 120 as far as I remember. Here it is, yeah. Okay, we have all. Good. So far so good. And I did this because now these are our belts. Because now when we put this whole thing in a subdivision surface, so you see we have something like a belt here in between. That was the reason we extruded to the inside a little bit. So with the subdivision surface we get this nice thing. Let's make it 4x4 that because and Ni for isoparms, and you see we already have this shape. So that looks really nice. Good, but this is not what we want, because we cannot use this like this. Because we cannot texture the belts separately like this. And I don't know, but I don't think that we can do this. We could do this with body painting. We should make, and I want to move the texture later on. So this, my way is the following. I extract these belts I split these belts from the original object. So, but I want to select the inside here too. So this and this. And this is very easy. You just expand your selection with UY on the keyboard, UY, And you see, now we have selected it until here. And now we split this. I have made today 2 new scripts for me, because I worked before with the perfect split script, but not script plugin, it was a free plugin, but it does not work anymore for me. I don't know, maybe my cinema has something, or I don't know, but it deletes the wrong things and everything, so I decided to make my own very easy, very simple scripts, so it's nothing fancy. Patrons can download this script from the Patreon site. And because when I now hit UP, I'm going to show you what this does. When I now hit UP for a split, or right click and split here, you see we get this platonic, okay. But when we hide this, you see our thing, they are still here. So I would have to select them all and then delete them again, and so I don't want this. So this is boring. And I made this, and with my script here, I have just script and connect script. I will do it. I will put a link in the description to a small tutorial for these scripts so you can see what it does, what the connect does, and everything. And so, but with my script, I just click on the script. Pardon, I have here everything, and now when I hide this script, you see the other things are deleted. And what's important, my script does it like the axis will be centered and everything, what the normal in the normal UP, the normal split not does. Okay, now we have this. The next step is we would have to texture each of these separately. And this is not so easy, because how can I tell you? When we now want to texture this, I make it with a normal texture with a quick thing here, just that you can see what so I go here to surfaces, make a checkerboard, okay, and bring it on here. So you see, this is now UV mapping, but it's not nice, so we would have to make this a little bigger. Let's see, maybe here. No. Let's see. I want to stretch this. Yeah, that looks not so bad, but I don't know if we see this. Let's see. Yeah, and then we get something like this, and this destroys everything here. So we have to make here a cubic mapping on each of the belts here. And yeah, so let's do this. Okay, and we cannot do this. We cannot go simply here to cubic mapping, and you see that would not work. So this is everything. We need them separately. Good. How can we do this? I put this in a fracture object. Here, Mograph fracture, and in the fracture I say explode segments and connect. It means it explodes all segments and connects these segments where the polygons are connected. So it would stop here, and here's the next object. And what we get out of this is, when I go to the fracture object, current state to object, here, and you see we get all the polygons. So when I click here on this polygon, whoop, we have this polygon, but of course I have to hide this. So, but I forgot something now, because what I want to do is, when we have now this here, so let's go with Okay. What we have now to do is, you see here that the axis would be fine. And it's up here, that the y-axis it goes up from the normal, and the x-axis just like this. But on other ones, you see here the axis is not correct. So I want that all of the axes are correct, yeah, just correct. For this, I go back to here, so go to my accent, delete this one. Now I go to my platonic here and select just one object here. And now I want to select all of the top polygons here. But I don't want to do this manually. For this there is a nice script, it's called, not script, it's a plugin, it's called Selection Sublimatives. And this comes with a crazy, I think it's Czechian language or something else. And if you want to change the language like I have it here now, you simply go to this plugin in a plugins folder. So I'll show you this. I have here my plugins folder. I have a personalized path here. My plugins, and here I have the sublimatives. And simply you go to the res file here, and here you have strings. Just copy this CVD string, the US one, or the French one, whatever you want, to the Czech folder here. And so as here I made a backup of the original one, and this is the US one, and then you get the right, or your desired thing here, language. So, and here we have, I select one polygon, and here we have this nice thing, select polygon by size. I click on it, and this is all nice, apply. You see, it selected all my top polygons here. That's great. Okay, go to my platonic and set selection. And what is very nice now, when I do this fracture thing now, explode segments and connect, current state to object, hide this, they all have now a selection tag, and it is exactly the selection I want. So this is exactly what I need, because I'll show you why I need this. So I go to the first polygon here, search this is here behind, and go to this. You see here the axis is wrong. I want the axis that the y should point to upwards, that the x should point along the long side here. And we can do this with the axis center tool. Here I show this on this one here, on the axis center, so it does not work. So when I hit now execute, it does nothing. What we need is, we need to select polygon, to select the polygon, and here I want the alignment to the normals. When I hit now execute, we get this. And when I go in object mode, I have exactly what I want. The x is on the long side, the y points upwards. And this is exactly what we want. And now I simply select all my selections here and click on select polygons. They are selected now. I want to show you that. So when I go to here, see, they all are selected. And now I do the same again. Selected polygons, along alignment normals, execute. Boom, boom. And now I have everywhere on each polygon perfect aligned axis. And why do we need this? Because of our texturing, texture mapping. Now we can make easy a nice cubic mapping on each of them. So let's start with the first one again, and I go bring this just. We don't need the selection tag anymore. I'll bring this to here. So where is our thing here? So come on. And I want to set this to cubic. See how nice this looks now? This is perfect. All around we have this nice cubic mapping. And the next thing is I want to fit it to the size here. Fit to object. Okay. And the next thing I do is that I get nice even things so that we have really cubes here. I take the longest side here, copy it and paste it to the other here. And now we have a perfect mapping. This is exactly what we want. And we fit this is exactly what we need. We don't see the sides here and here, but if we put this then in a subdivision surface, we get no artifacts and no nothing. It looks just good. So how do we get this mapping quickest on the other ones too? We could drag it, but I don't want this. We go to the material and go here down, assignment, and take the other ones here and simply drag it into here. So, okay, you see the other ones have now a spherical mapping. This is no problem. We click on it, go to cubic mapping, and now the coordinates, and we have still on the clipboard we have still the size of this X, Y, and Z. So I go Control V, Control V, Control V, Enter, and we have everywhere a perfect cubic mapping on each of these belts here. And this is exactly what we need. And we are happy. So bring this to here so that we have a nice. Good. And this should look correct in a subdivision surface as well. So when we project this in subdivision surface, you see it looks perfect. No deformations, no nothing. Good. We have now this platonic as well here. We don't need the fracture anymore. We can make a null object. This is our belt sphere. We should save it. Then go directly to the desktop. Belt, this is my old one. Belt sphere tutorial. So, okay. Good. And the null, I put this 2 in the null here and put this in the subdivision surface, and we have this nice thing. And when we now go to our text here and drag it, you will see we get this nice movement here. And this is exactly what we want. Great. Save. Good, here that looks quite okay. Can go here to the platonic. This is a 40, so it looks a little smoother. But I put this whole thing later anyways in a volume builder, because I want to pull out this spheres with the triangle and the lights on the sides. You can try it when you make here current state to object on the platonic here inside the subdivision, and you can try to pull it out later, but I think you will not get nice edges, so you will get, at least you will not can bevel the edges later. So it's I use the, because I have it, I use the volume builder. If I don't have it, you can try it with the normal tool. The way is the same as what I do now. So we have to make now, I put the belts in its own subdivision surface here. 4, so the same like above here. Save it, these are the belts. our, let's say this is our sphere. I deleted the wrong one. Oh, I love the Control C. Sphere. Oh, okay. Now we need these triangles everywhere. So we go to the first. I make a triangle. I take an inside. Let's bring this here to the normal position. This should be it. I see it here on this small thing here. Okay. Inside, we want just 3 sides for the triangle. Make it smaller. Doesn't matter. First I make it a little round on the sides. That's too much. 25. 25 looks nice. Okay, and now here adaptive is okay. This is okay. I make this guy Addendum. See on the keyboard. Now I rotate it 30 degrees. Oops, this is, I need just the blue ring here, 30 degrees. And I want the axis straight, so I go to the axis mode here. You can, the shortcut is L. So, and go here to 0 and deactivate the axis mode with L. Good. Now T for scale, and scale it just down a little bit. We will see later how big we need it. Now I want to clone this. So I clone my guy here. MoGraph cloner. Alt. I selected my spline. Alt on the keyboard and click on cloner. So the cloner becomes parent here. And we want on an object, and the object is our sphere here, the other platonic. Okay, and here, first I have to select the correct. I want it just on this middle thing. So this is the wrong. We have it still selected. Yeah, this is from our first selection. You remember where I said we select this and then we subtracted it to have this the loop here. So we have still this. This is our selection we need. You should have it as well. If not, just select. You have to select it. But you can do it with this nice. This means additional selections. You can do it again here with select triangles or select polygon size. So you can try it here. But we have it, so great. We go to the cloner, sphere, and in the selection tag we go to the selection tag. Polygon selection. And we don't want the surface, we want in the polygon center. So we have on each of them one of the triangles. Make it a little smaller. T for scale in object mode. T for scale and scale it down. But I want these like this here, so so we have to rotate them a little bit. I do this in the cloner transform, and I don't know which one. I think this one. Yeah. Go back. So this is -30. We have it aligned correctly, like I want it. Make it a little smaller again. T for scale. For the scale, you have to select the something like this, maybe a little bigger. It's on you. Okay. Now we have to make a sweep out of this, so we need a circle. Let's see, 2 centimeters for now. Bring this inside in sweep here, select it and sweep it, alt click on it, bring the circle in the sweep. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. I like it. And I want to bury this a little bit into the thing, so that we can nicely pull it out later. So we go to transform here into the z-axis, let's say minus whatever. Maybe this for now. Okay. Good. Now the comes in play the volume builder. I bring in a volume builder. I will select my sphere and make the volume builder a parent of. So select the sphere, alt click on, I thought I have the volumes not here, I have it, this is the other layout, so I have to search volume here. Volume builder, alt click on it, so, and let's go to a quite small size, 1.5. If it's too small, it will tell you, hey, be careful for your computer, so it should go 0.3, it should go. Sorry, you see, that does not look correct. Why? This is because we have a hole here, and if you have a hole in the volume builder, it does not work. It would work when we go here to the mesh points and play with the mesh points, but there is a small thing. Go to here and optimize and close holes. This needs a little bit to calculate. You see here down calculating volume builder, blah, blah, blah. And now this works. Let's go and bring the volume builder in a volume measure. Alt click on it. NA, I don't want to see the mesh. And that looks quite nice. Bring the belt back. And now I want to pull this out. Go to the volume builder. You have the sphere here. And I bring in this cloner with the sweeps. These are the triangle, oopsie, triangle, sweeps. Good. And I don't want it in union. I want to subtract it. So you see, we have it subtracted. If we hide our triangle sweeps, we have here this. It looks not nice. I'm with you. So, but I want to make the pool a little bigger than the sweep. So I go to here to the volume builder and make a folder. Bring this into the folder. And say to the volume, to the folder subtract, and on the triangle sweep I click on it, and here I wanna make a STF dilate and a road. In an R20 it's called it's named a little different. I don't know how but you will find it. So, and this makes my thing a little bigger, much bigger. So a small thing, an offset of 0.5 should be fine. Even smaller maybe. 0.5 is okay. Make 0.4, and with a little more iteration, one more iteration. Can go down here, 0.2. And I want to smooth this whole thing above the folder. I make a smoothing, and that makes everything great. I have a Gaussian smooth, voxel distance 2, iterations 1, and this makes this edges here, the poles, very nice too. Okay, now I think I can go further down here. I want it more buried. So I go to my triangle sweeps, transform, and go to -3 maybe. Yeah, that looks much better. Love it. Great. Save it. Good. Now the lights we can make a little later here, or we can do them now as well. This is why not. Yeah. So for the lights, we have here the insides. I copy this cloner here. This will be later the triangle lights. Save it. And here I don't need a sweep, I need just the angle side here. Bye bye. And this I need in a Alt G, in a null object. Because now I want a sphere, quite a small sphere with 1 centimeter. And 12 segments is more than enough here. Bring this sphere under the null as well. And here the sphere gets an animation tag aligned to the spline. And this is this inside spline. So when we hide now this, you see we have here our sphere, which goes around, and this sphere will get simply a glowing material later, and that's it. So, but you see, it's slower at the edges and faster on the long sides. This is not what I want. I want them with the same speed all around. And we can do this when we go to our inside here. And we don't make it additive because it goes from it's a matter of the point. So on the edges we have more points. Maybe we can see this here. We cannot really see it. Anyway, I can see it when I go to the original one. Anyway, don't. This needs a little bit when the volume measure is on to change the perspectives. I don't even would need a calculating volume builder, you see. Come on. What we could do, what it would make it a little faster, I think. Yeah, I don't need it. So I go to the volume builder, to the triangles, to the sphere, and cache this sphere. So I make a cache layer above this, and cache only this platonic, this sphere. You want this is no animation. This goes very quick. Cache it, book cached. That makes it maybe a little faster. Let's go in the inside here. Do I see it now? So yeah, here. Yeah, but we don't see the single points. But it runs, and we don't have to need it. It runs. The way from here to here is longer than the way from here to here, of course. And so, but it wants to have, so it goes quicker here because this is, how can I explain this? It's simple. If you make your thing uniform, then it will run in this with all. Because here it tries to, I don't know how can I explain this in English? Like over here it's got slower, whoop. Yeah, he tries to make the same time where it goes from here, where the sphere goes from here to here. The same time it wants to go from here to here. So this means it has to be whoops, when it needs 1 second from here to here. And here the same would need 5 seconds, then it would be the same. But here it is 1 second, and it tries to be in 1 second here as well. So there's whoop and then whoop. And so when it goes to uniform, it goes everywhere the same speed. So I hope you know what I mean. I think with the second this is okay. Good, with uniform this will work correct. Yeah, now I see it's correct. If you have this, we wouldn't see it really, but let's make the uniform number here 20, and you see. Nice. Good, but we want 3 of them. Sorry. What we have to do is we need just 3 of them and make them all a little offset. So make another sphere and another sphere. Here I am on position 0. Here I go to position 33. You see, look. And here I go to position 66. And then we make a simple small espresso, or we don't need really an espresso to animate this. Let's say I want this in 25 or in 50 seconds once around, so we can make this. Make a position, this is the first position, and then we can go to frame 50. Needs a little bit because it thinks it has to do. So okay, frame 50. Now I'll go to this one, go to 100%, store it, go to this one, go to 133, just plus 100, check, and here plus 100 as well, so we don't need to get an espresso for this. Okay, so it will to play. It still thinks it has to move. Yeah, you see it works. Okay. Yeah, and I want to make here 300 frames. We can do this now. Okay. And to have this animation, the whole thing, the whole frame. Save it again. Shift F3 for the timeline here. Smaller, so I go to this 3 aligned splines here and tell them here after, please just repeat this, and it should repeat 5 times because 50 is 1, and then other 5 times we go to 300. Let's go to here so that you see the 300. Okay, so 5 times. That means normally we should see it here in the position curve. 1, 2, until 300. It makes every time the same. Okay. Save. We have our light here. The texturing comes later. We can now bring in this triangle here. So now let's make this lights on the edges here. We need another triangle, of course. So, and so let's make another triangle. Boing. No, that doesn't really help, this one cache. Oh, it does help. I don't need it as it. Make it 3 edges. Again, R for rotation. Here I don't want. So 30 degrees is also. I don't want round edges, but so I go here to none, 3 edges, and make it editable. See. Because I have to make it editable when I want to change the axis here. So this is okay. No, I want here, so axis 30 degrees. I want the axis to the axis. I want the axis to 0. Okay, nice, save. And G for scale again. Or we don't need to scale it. First we clone a sphere on each of the edges. So we can steal a sphere here somewhere. Here. I think we are quicker when we we make it in a sphere. Sphere. Yeah. Here I give it a little more, seconds 50, because we see them better. But we make it quite small. So let's see, 5 for the moment. And the clone. Cloner. And we clone on an object, and the object will be our new n side here. This is not what we want. We want it not on count, we want it on vertex, and we have 3 vertices, so everywhere 1. T for scale, scale it down to the, oops, wrong thing. I want to scale down this guy here. Wink, bye bye. I don't see how far because we can do this later. And again, we want to clone this. Now we could steal this guy here. Triangle sweeps, this is edge lights. And instead of the sweep here, we take this cloner and clone the cloner. So make the inside, this is edge lights. This is edge light spline, and when I make this smaller, T for scale. See, okay. I want to rotate them so that one is everywhere here. So the edge lights transform. Yeah, this is from before. I think 90 should be. Nope. 30. Yeah, okay, 30. You can speak with me, no problem. T for scale here on the spline. This is too big. 3. And again we go to the volume builder. And before this SDF, so between the triangle sweep and the SDF, or before the triangle sweep, it does not matter, we drag in the edge lights. And what we get is something like this. Now let's bury the edge lights as well. So we go to here. -5 maybe. They're really buried, so waiting a little bit. Yeah, look at this. That's great. Save. Is this nice, huh? So we are ready with this. We now have just a texture. Is this great? Now what we could do, I made it in the original one. I made just an emissive material on these edge lights, but of course we could do this. Yeah, we will do this like this. No, I made it with Escasa. I made in this edge lights. So what we can do now is we can make the volume measure editable. So what it means, we can then disable the volume measure and volume builder, and everything works quick. So go to the volume measure and just say current state to object. Okay, we have our volume measure, and now we can delete the volume builder, and then not delete, just deactivate the volume builder, the measure, and hide this everything, and you see that works fine. Now we can work much quicker. When I now you see everything works great. By the way, here I can introduce you another great plugin. It's not free, but I will give you a link in the description. I don't know what it costs now at the moment. This is the Quadtree Measure, and what this can do is the following. So this is our let's say it's our sphere or master sphere or something else. Master. Save it, and you see we have here a very, very, very dense mesh. And now there is this great plugin called the Quadtree Measure. This is this guy here. And this can make very nice meshes. 99% you get great meshes with this. So let's go here to 50,000 quarts adaptive count. There are already tutorials for this one out there, and what they do, so I think I don't have to repeat the tutorials, they're already there. And yeah, but this does 50,000 should be fine, maybe 40,000 is enough. And symmetry in X and C is okay, and I say remesh it. Let's wait a little bit, I want to show you this wow thing what you get here. So as I told you, this can take a little bit. I will maybe later cut this down, or not cut this down, make a fast forward maybe. It needs, I don't know, let's see in the watch, 1 minute, 1-2 minutes, not more. So yeah, so I can tell you in the meantime, you will find everything you need in the description, always. And it is always a little funny when I read in the comments where you have this, where everything is written in the description. And you will find all the plugins on my website and everything. The best guy was today. He has seen this two new scripts from me and made a screenshot and wrote me, "Hey, what's this for two scripts?" And this is exactly, he made a screenshot from the video where I explain what this is. So I tell you, sometimes it's really funny. Yeah, and as I said, the scripts you can download on my Patreon site. It's for patrons €5 and above. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you will find the link in the description. You will have the over 150 project files meanwhile, and downloads, and it will become more and more and more and more. Or if you want to just donate once on PayPal, you will find a link in the description as well. And yeah, and I really appreciate that, I tell you. So come on, show me something. The PC works in the background, so maybe that's the reason it needs now a little bit longer. Normally it takes about 1-2 minutes. But yeah, and look, this mesh now. What this is magic, what it does. You have just quads everywhere, and you get such a wonderful mesh then. And it's of course much lighter to work with this. Look at this. Everywhere. Okay. Yeah, and if you have artifacts like this, normally you can put this again in a subdivision surface with one subdivision maybe, then this will disappear. Or you go here, 50,000 was, I think, that the correct thing. With 50,000 don't have this anymore. But I wanted to show you this. This is just crazy what this can do. Okay, we got Remesher. Link will be in the description later on. Okay, but I don't need this now. I'll let it with the higher resolution and save again. So yeah, I wanted to make a light inside, so we have the edge lights here, the cloner. And nothing easier than that. I put this sphere in a null, Alt-G. So everything in the null will be cloned here, so to make a second sphere, this is the small one. And this will get later the emissive material for the light. So I'll make this one 1 centimeter. That's it. Now we have everywhere inside this one another one. So okay, save. Now we could start to texture. Do we start with physical or let's start with the octane render again. NA, I want to hide just the edges. That looks so great. And yeah, we could work with this because only this works, looks great. So when I go to here, it looks great too. But let's make the animation. I think we can make an offset of 100 and in 100 frames. I think we can change this later. So I have selected all of them, make chunk, then I go to frame 100. Wing. Now you see how fast it goes because we made the current state to object. Offset 100, chung, and we should see running. Yep. And yeah, and we want to repeat this 3 times as well. So Shift F3. See, we have here now the materials, all of them. Okay, it's a little bigger here. Simply select the materials. After this, we want to repeat twice. Twice should be okay, of course. Offset 1 and 2 repetitions. Okay, nice. Done so far. Save. The next step. Let's make a material for the belt now. Which material did I use? Let's see. So we started with octane render, I said. Octane. Always I search for this because I already told you in my working layout I have everything here with the octane thing. But it doesn't matter. So we need a new object. Not object, we need a new material. Glossy material should be fine here. So the good thing is here we have the question marks here, so we have already the mapping here. That's important. So and in this one, what I could have done is I go back a little bit. I don't want to delete this. I make an octane material and hold my Alt key and go over this. You see now the white rectangle around it, so I can exchange this one. Now you see everything is exchanged here. Okay. And now let's go to the node editor. I will bring the node editor out here again. So forgot to save this. Shift F12 to customize commands and everything. Node editor. I want the octane node editor. bring them on top of here because I need it often. Group separators. So, okay, that's good for now. And now here I used tiles. Yes, I used tiles. So first I want to see something here. Okay. But bring in my thing here. My Nikomedias Scene Rig because it looks much better then. So, and because I don't need a floor here. So, these are the belts. Okay, you see, we have the belts, the right material in the belts. Fine. Now save. I go now here to diffuse because the tiles are not here in the Cinema 4D shaders. So I go to diffuse, texture, and go to surfaces, tiles. They work, but they are not here. Good. But when you start with something like this, what is not in here, so you should at least every 5 minutes press on save. Control save. This should be a reflex. Then next step. I want here waves. Okay. And they are in the wrong direction. Let's make it V. Okay, nice, 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 nice. It's getting nicer and nicer and nicer. Right here I want 50%, maybe 30%. 30 is too dark. Oops. 70. And I want this darker. Let's go to 20. Yep, that looks great. And I want some bump under it or a displacement. So I forgot to open my thing here, my bridge. Okay, it's on the other monitor. Let's just search for something I can use. Where do we have this? Bump and displace. Some fabric or something else. I'm back in a second. Yeah, I'm here, but I'm just searching for something. So fabric, and fabric is good. What can we take here? Maybe this one. I'll drag it in here, so it will come. You see here the preview. And bring it in the bump channel here. Okay. It does not look okay, I know it, but it's a good start. Transform and make it way smaller. Now it starts to look like fabric. And when we give it a little displacement, maybe just a little bit displacement. Displacement and one maybe less, but let's try it. Junk. Okay, that's too high. That looks like fabric, I would say. 0.5, yes. Still too high, I think. Great. Yeah, this is of course an octane, much better with the displacement. We can have fun here. 0.2. And what I did, I think, is I made this a metallic material. This was the. Let's go to here and go. First I want FTGX and metallic. So, and give this to the specular as well. Oh, come on. I don't want to come in here. Good, maybe when we save it before we do something crazy, bake this texture. Come on. Okay, does not matter. We make this again. Bake texture 2084. Yes, okay, and we want the texture, surface, tiles. And you see now we can use it. It's crazy. Waves 1, and let's see if it works now in the specular. Yep. And again, let's stop this for a moment so we can work faster. 0. Here I set about mix 70, and here maybe 30. That's 30. And I want here smaller barrel, and save it and render again. Let's see what we get. Yay! This is what I want. And normally this should, do we see here something? This should run with the animation as well. So I don't know where to put it. Works perfect. Good. Save it. Now let's texture the sphere. This sphere here. I start with a simple glossy material. Here I made a script for me as well, but so that it starts with a GGX material. That's the fun thing is when you go to here, you cannot make your default settings. When you go to create and material or something else, not material, wait, texture, oops, material. It's no create, yeah, create materials. No, never use this here. I used it once for the script. No. I don't know now where I find it. As I said, I never use this. No. I don't know where I have it now. No PPR, these are the physical render things. Extensions here, see what I mean. And here, when I go Octane material, here I can say basic. You see here I have GGX. Here I can say edit and save as default. When I do this here, I can't do this. This does not. So I made a small script which loads it from here. But the script I have not implemented as now. So now we have a GGX thing. And yeah, I have, let's see, I have it, must be here, extensions, user scripts, private scripts, Octane glossy material. And when this comes in here, it comes with GGX, you see? Okay. And this I will throw later in my work layout directly in a check on patch. So I need you. So a white glossy material, and we put it on our nice sphere here. And I can wait as long as I want when I don't hit render. Of course, this would render faster when I make this with the Quadtree Measure, have less polygons, and then it would calculate faster, render faster, everything. So. But we have time. So I want here a different HDRI. This is the first thing I want here. So go to the HDRI here, Shift F8, and take my thing what I mostly take. This is my aber here, something with the front lip. This makes such nice. Here you see the glitter. This is, I like it. So let's go closer that you see what you get. First we need some imperfections. And first I want save RGB spectrum. I knew this could be a little longer tutorial, but this was clear for me. So now I have on my desktop somewhere shift desktop I go. This is all on my other monitors, so you don't want, but it's nothing fancy, it's nothing interesting. It's just I go to my desktop because there is the project file of the original one which I uploaded, and in this one I should have the two textures I used. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Builds your sequence, builds your page on Octane. Here it is. Texture, yep. So and I used here on it a third texture. Let's bring it in. So here it is. You see? As I said, patrons can download this and then they have all. Bring it to the roughness here. And I think put it on the, you see something? Bring it on the bump as well. Okay, we see definitely something. But this bump is too high. Let's maybe bring it to the specular. Specular. Save. The bump is too high, so what I do is I make a go to a gradient, bring a gradient in between, and white is high, so when we go darker it will be less high. I remember the white thing because when you have snow it's high, when you have snow the white is high, and so on. No, I am not white, so I am not high. Yeah, I'm white but not high. Maybe. So, come on, I need the whole thing until I see the node. Okay, go to the white node and make it gray. See, it's less. Yeah, this is more what I like. And what I want some like not dust or something, is like small particles of dirt on this less. And I can do this with make here a multiply or an add node, not a multiply. I make an add node. Copy this guy here. And here, save it. And yeah, save. And here I want to try. Not mass, huh? Maybe it should be a multiply, not an add. What I want to do is I want to bring here. Okay, I need here this as well, of course. Yeah, and I want here just a few of. So I go down here, and you see I get some particles here over the. This is what I want. Maybe not so high. So. And what I want here is, I don't want a UV mapping. I want on our guy here, not the belts. I want, where is our masters here? A cubic mapping. Come on, show us something. Yeah, looks much better. And maybe here, fit to object. It will not make some difference, I think. Yeah, but now we have these small particles on this. This is exactly what I want. And look at this nice, shiny fabric, whatever we have here. But maybe it's a little too shiny, so I go to my thing here, and in this specular map. Let's go to the specular map. Give it a float. Save it first. Follow. And bring it to the specular map. Yeah, it's, you see the difference. But it is nice when it's at once. Yeah, maybe let me do this later. One. Okay. Now the float does nothing, but it's okay for me now. I want to be able to change it later easily. But I think we can make, if it's too glittery, we can just rotate the HDRI a little bit. Let's see here, so and we find another spot here. Oh, that looks nice. Look, that looks great. Okay, good. So now let's play with the lights. How long is it? 1.5 hours almost. Yeah, I thought it will be a little longer because I worked almost a half a day on this, but I made it much more complicated. And we have a little too much of this, too many of these particles, I think. So we want some, but not too many. Yeah, that looks not bad here. Yeah, now you know how you can give more and less. Good. Now for the triangles here. I want a glass material. So let's make a glass material. Check. Go to here. Octane material. These are the triangles. This is the master sphere. Master sphere. Save. And as I said, make a triangle. Here we go to Specular GGX and bring it on our triangle sweep. Nice, 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 nice. First, bring a little roughness on it. Nice, 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 nice. And again, a nice thing would be a RGB spectrum for the transmission and make it a little darker. But this we see later when we have the light inside, how we like it. So, and now let's make triangle lights, octane material, triangle lights. The other lights are the edge lights. And this is a diffuse material, this is okay, and that doesn't matter, octane is okay because we need here just an emissive material. Black body emission. Point. And here I want a Gaussian spectrum. This texture. 0.1, 1. This is my another one, and I need this on triangle sweep, triangle lights. Yeah. Maybe a little too much. So let's go to the black body emission. 5. Now we see a nice shine here. Make the glass that's okay. Maybe we make the triangle lights a little smaller but brighter. No, that's okay. No, I think it was okay with the size. Yeah, you can do it like you want. We can try here a medium as well as an absorption medium. Save. Don't forget to save when you do something. I take the scattering medium. And a float. See if this does anything. Not really. This is always my thing here. Just try everything until something happens. This is why I'm honest, I don't understand everything here, what to scatter and everything, but I just try it, and if I like it, it's okay. So, I don't need the scatter here, that's my thing here. Okay. But when this moves, that's of course it's nicer, and you can put on a little motion blur if you want, but a little motion blur we can do later. So I like this like it is. We have to see it from far away. Yeah, of course it's okay. But we have to think about that later. We have go to when we put now here a cam inside. Let's go to the cam and coordinates and 0, 0, 0, 0, oh, that looks nice, hey. And when we put then in the I will put in a protection deck on it. See, I let open so I can zoom. And here in the post-processing, later when we put on a little bloom and a little glare, we have to get closer maybe and make it a little more. So 200. And we need a dark background, of course. Save it. Content browser. OCTANE Rig. Content. Bring in the studio. Studio. E and move the studio down here. The background. Like this maybe. So we have here the studio. C. Studio. Scale C. Okay. Scale Y. And last but not least, scale X. And now you make this with the texture here is nothing what we need. Let's make our own texture here. Glossy material. And let's make it like this here. Now we have this. So look at this Studio L, what does it here? So we don't need the stage material here. We make a new octane material. Basic, glossy, GTX. Save everything. RGB spectrum. And just a float for the roughness. We can take something else. And let's see. First a float. Not here. Here. Bring this on our. Did I delete? No. I deleted the. That's interesting. I deleted it in the node editor and it deleted my whole thing. And this octane material is still here now. That's interesting. This shouldn't be here because I've gone back. So, and again, save. This is yay. Now let's bring in the for the roughness. Oh, it's an GTX, and bring in the float here. Roughness. Now we want here a little dirt as well, so I have here smudge. What do we have here? Smudge. Maybe we take this instead. Yeah, that looks nice with this smears. Again, Patreon can download everything from the Patreon site. Save. And maybe go down here in the Octane Rig, the intensity to 0.5. Yeah, it looks better. Much more pleasant. And now we need the edge lights. And the edge light should blink. Good, that means we need another material. Now we can take this material and copy it. Copy it. So, and this would be the edge lights. And here we want something like blue, maybe. Edge lights. We need, but we need this. The edge light should get the same glass material like a triangle. Edge lights, and the light comes only on the small sphere here. This is our light. Hope this will work. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. And now, how can we let this blink? We go to the Gaussian and animate this power here. 0 power, nothing. It does not work if you animate the power here, 0. That does not work. I don't know why, but it does not work. But with this power it works. So let's say 25, so 50 went from up and down. So we go first. Yeah, that's okay. We have 0 power. Go to 25. 1 and go to 50 and 0 again. Good, and of course in the timeline F3 now here Gaussian spectrum, power, we have it here. I want here a smooth up and down, so not a dark. So I select these 3 points here and go to, instead of linear, we are here linear, I go to easies. And we want, of course, here on this until the end, we want 5 repeats of this. After it, repeat 5 times, be so kind. And this looks now until the end. Yep. Hooray! We can close the timeline, we don't need it anymore. Good. That's okay, everything okay. I would say we are almost ready. We are ready. Let's now we want to rotate the whole cube as well. So nothing easier than that. The volume measure we can put in a backup folder here. Let's put this whole volume measure thing in the backup. It doesn't have to rotate with us. And this we need all of this. Let's see if we are right here. We're gonna make now a null object and put everything here in the null. And when I rotate the null, everything should rotate with the null. Nope, you see we have here a small problem. Where comes this problem? Let's see what we have here. Okay. Maybe, no, that's not. Clonal edge lights, triangle sweeps. The triangle sweeps I could bake down to one thing. Triangle lights that should all rotate with me. Hehehe, what's wrong here? Let's try again, let's see. That rotates, but it rotates not. Something wrong with the cloner, I think. Here everything is, yeah, it's all hidden. A triangle sweeps. Let's now we have to search what we make wrong. And I do this like so the triangle sweeps this stays still. Why do they? So the edge lights and these are. Now we have to make it. And it should move. This should all move normally with us. Let's try to bake this down, everything. first let's what's wrong here? So I need the sweeps. The edge lights. The edge lights here. I don't have to see the cloner here. What's now? 0? 100. Okay. This back. At least I have. What is wrong here? Fix clones. So we solved one thing, we solved the edge lights. But we did not solve the triangles. See why this is like this. Polygon selection. Is it? It's on the polygon selection of our backup of our sphere here. So this sphere has to rotate with us. Drag this sphere inside here. Don't have to see it. No, not this here. Back. Let's bring this whole guy in here and hide it. Now we have it. Yay. Save it. That's the reason I don't like to delete anything. That's the reason of the backup folder. Yeah, but you see, we have still the problem here. With this edge here. We have to see this. Oops, back. They are not correct as well, so what do we do here? Edge lights. And what are these clones? Object edge lights. This comes with us. Yeah, this is okay. This rotates with us. And this is on this sphere, so this should work. Drag the sphere again inside. We will find out. So I go to this null and make this null here. Shwoobidoop. So I don't have to go every time back to my null. So cloner null, this is okay. This is a little strange because here I have this on this sphere runs with us. This is okay. Let's type this here. No. We will get it, we will get it. But how do we get it? honest. I could make here this to one, but no. But I could make the whole cloner somehow. It will sort of bring all together, but no, but it should not be not necessary. The transform doesn't matter normally because what shares we are all in one null. Are we in a null? Yes, we are in a null. Sorry for this, but I cannot remember that I had this problem in my other tutorial. Triangle lights, these spheres, this works everything, so we have just problems with the edge lights here. And we will solve this. The order of operation should not do something here, but I try to make the edge lights up here. Sorry. And try it. No. Edge lights down. No. Ah, that was good. That's really strange. Sorry again. What I can try is maybe I try to bring the edge lights in the connect. Okay, my connect by default is weld is off, so I don't want to weld it. I just connect it. And what's now? Still not. What does it do? I'm not sure what's wrong here, sir. Correctly rotated. It seems, yes. Ah, come on. Yeah. When I go to 0, rotate to the rotate. Ah. To the rotate, okay. No. Go here to 0. And now I rotate it. No, that had nothing to do with it, okay. -5, 30. Sorry, I have to stop a little bit. I'm back in a second, I just have to cough. Okay, I'm back. Okay, almost 2 hours, no drink. It's not the best. So let's see, how can we fix this? We have still this problem here. Rips. Okay. What we can do is quite simple thing. Can make this cloner editable. Here just see. So now these are the big spheres. I take them and connect object and delete, or you can right click as well. Connect object and delete, so we get the sphere, and we do the same with the small spheres. Connect object and delete, so the small spheres have their texture tag and everything, so it works fine. I delete this null. This is delete without children, you will get it with a right click on the null as well. So now I have just this one cloner, I don't need these 2 nulls. This cloner in this edge light, so this should work now. Yay, that's it. We have it. Save it. Okay. Good. And now, yeah, now I would say we render some frames of this. Let's see if it works like we want it. If it blinks and everything. Yeah, the render needs a little longer as well because I'm not on my main machine here. But what else? So this should looks nice. Maybe a little camera game. And cut it off a little. So. Clear power. Okay. And I make it very fast. So 200 samples is okay. Let's make a static noise here. Octane settings. I put the settings into here. So I have space for my scripts up here. Octane. No, I don't want to denoise because I want this imperfections. Output, no, not current frame. Let's make all frames and I stop in between. Good. I will render a few frames and then I am back. Let's see how long one frame is. Shift R. I don't want to save. It's okay. Uh, 12 seconds for a frame. Yeah, this is the slower machine here. Here I have just one 280 Ti and one 1080 Ti inside. But it's quick enough. Okay, I'm back in a few for you in a second, and then we will see what we get. So let's see what we get here. Of course, the quality is very low, you see, the noise and everything, but we have just 200 samples. Let's see. Yeah, looks great. Maybe we should make a linear. Thing instead of ease on the edge blinks. But it looks nice too. With the linear it would go a little slower back and forth. But this is maybe not, yeah, but everything works. The belts look great. Yeah. Okay, this works definitely. Then, yep, I wanna stop it. Good, so, and I want to show you another trick with the depth of field how you can get nicer bokeh effect. So for this now we go to a closer look. So let's get in camera, something like that. And where we can use depth of field. So, for the studio, I go here and rotate the studio a little bit. Why not? Studio. So let's take the coordinates and render this. Get a nice highlight in the background. Let's see. Octane Rig. rotate it a little bit. No 0.5. Yeah, okay, so we should see something. Good, I make a depth of field now. Go to here, the thin lens. First I pick a focus. The focus should be, say, here. Or here, it doesn't matter. And depth of field. And I want here, let's see, 3. Ah, come on, render. Autofocus. I'm not in the camera. This cannot work if I'm not in the camera. So let's make another. Just copy this camera tag here. Make a camera, a new one. So objects, camera. Don't have to do this. Make this element. Go to here. Depth of field. Yes, into the page. I should see something already. Good. This is normally at 1. So we have this glitter here, and if you want a nice bokeh effect, normally it's too small, just go with the aspect ratio to 2. Then you get much nicer bokeh effect. So it's here a little hard to see. Maybe. But so I got mine. So here I got my things here. Where have I this nice round bokeh with an aspect ratio of 1, you see almost nothing, but with 2 you get this nice bokeh effect. It's easier to show here. Just believe me. Let's go close. Autofocus. And yeah, I don't want to spend too much time now on this, but that's the tip. You will get better bokeh if you do it like this. Give it more blood, because here on the camera we don't have post-processing on, so give it more. Clipping. Yeah, okay, as I said, I don't want to make to spend too much time now on this. Believe me, you get much more better bokeh if you do it like this. Okay, that's bad. Okay, this was the first one, and this you can download already on Patreon, the Octane version, with textures and with the maps and everything. And now let's start and do something with physical render. So this is the studio. We bring it back to 0. but we don't need this text here. And when I work for the physics grade, I don't want to say octane. Delete the octane rig. Okay. And the materials I leave it at the moment because so I don't have to put it on the things here. I make 6 materials for the physical render. So this is the stage. Name this stage and just exchange it with the Alt key. So this material is this is a normal material, huh? Yeah, this is not a thing, so we can name this triangle. How did I call this? Copy, paste, triangles, Alt key, whoop, go over it. Then this is the master sphere, make a new material. Master sphere. And Alt click, boing, go over it. This is the belts. Okay, it was not necessary to make this. So, belts and Alt over it. The blue lights are missing here. Then here, triangle emission or a yellow emission, and I copy the yellow and name it blue. So good, the blue one comes on the small sphere here. This is the blue. Let's start give this a blue emission just for now. Luminance. I don't need a reflectance here. And make it kind of less bluish. Brightness of 300 maybe. And in the render we go. Render settings, we start with the low GI thing. And physical and the progressive, yes, thanks to Andrew, because we now I forgot that we can here set limits. So 1 minute, so this is okay. And the Nikomedias Scene Rig for the physical render. No floor, we need nothing here because we have our studio inside. Let's see if we have now. Go to this camera here. So now I can make a file, save as, save its assets. This is for the progress, for the physical render. Belt, sphere, PR. So. Yeah, we don't need this later on, so that's okay. No, no, no. This is just when we use the whole rig. Good. Let's see what we get here. So, IP here. No, we cannot see the light because we need a glass material here. This is the same with the triangle. So this will be a specular or a transparency in this case. Put the transparency on the edge lights. Oh, this is already on the edge lights, of course. Yeah. Okay, we have light here. And this we have to make blinking later on. So now we can make the same for the yellow light here. The yellow light gets a luminance with something orangey. Quiet. I want this orange. But okay. Come on. Yeah, exactly. This light goes through the glass. Okay. Maybe we should make the glass here as well a little rough here. So let's go to the brightness. This needs a little longer to render then, but I think we get a nicer. Let's see if it's true. No, that makes no. Yeah. Make the glass darker. Yeah, that looks good. When we make this 80, yeah, now that looks nice. So we have this. Then now the belts. The belts are tricky. Yeah, but it's not really tricky. It's more or less the same what we did before. So we go to here. We go to. Let's deactivate the IPR here. I said deactivate. So. And go here, the color, we go to texture, effects, surface, tiles. Here everything reacts much faster, this is nice. So the 75 design lower, waves 1 in V direction. We want here white, we want here gray with, let's say, 80, and here we want the gray, this is 30. That looks great. Nice so far. And we want this nice texture, what I had, so this one was in the here. Let's go in the bump channel and drag in our texture here. Yes, I want it. So this is much too big here, but here we cannot make it like this, but we could. We need to make the bump smaller, but when I make the thing smaller, go to my belts and make the, where are my belts here? And go to my belts, textures here, and make them smaller. Oh, we are not on frame 0. Let's go to frame 0 here. It makes not really difference, but. And to make it here smaller, the waves will be destroyed as well, huh? Yeah. This is not what I want. So I have to make that bump thing here smaller. Okay, let's see how we can do this. First I want the strength here. Okay. Make a layer shader. And in this layer we have the bitmap now and effect, transform, scale to 0.2 2, and we have what we need. Not this camera. I want no cameras. Good. So now there's no camera selected. Okay. And this looks quite nice. So let's see now. It looks not so nice. Let's see how we can make this even nicer. The size is correct, I think. When we put on here a little, I copied this, a little displacement, but we need of course subpolygon displacement here later. Paste a height of 1. Now it looks maybe not so nice. Give it a subpolygon displacement. Wow, this looks nice. Yay, hey, hey. We are again king. King of the road. Doop, doop, doop. Point 1. Point 3. Yep. Maybe a little smaller. So I just want to change one of the. So that doesn't matter. Make it on both. Don't need an expressor for this. We can just. Point 1, point 1, point 1. Same the displacement. Let's see how this looks now. Yeah, but somehow we see here tiling. That's not so nice. Yeah, that's the problem because we cannot. Let's see. But from far away we don't see the tiling. Yeah? That looks just not nice. Let's no displacement just to make it faster. Did I forget here something? This is exactly the same here. Let's see, maybe we can work just with the pump. Do I have look for do I have the same in a normal map? I look on the other monitor. This. So how is this called? I am just looking if I have a normal map for this. This should be the normal map for it. So I go to normal and drag in a normal map for this. Yes. Let's see what we get now. Not really better. Yeah, this is a little more difficult. But you see, we get no artifacts here with the pump. And with the displacement, we get artifacts. That's a little crazy. It looks great with the but geometry. and that makes no difference normally. Okay, that makes a little difference. What can we... Does this something? Yeah, maybe we have to just to use a different texture here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, this is a no-go. We have this. Without displacement it works great. But then we see not these nice things. Let's go to the bump and go to 2000. Let's see if this gives us something. Yeah, so we can maybe go to this 5000. Yeah, so we don't need the... Yeah, that looks better. So we don't need the displacement and we have no artifacts. Good here. No, this is nothing. Do we need the normal? Not really. Okay, I let it like this, I think. And what is if we go here as well to a metallic thing? Conductor. And give it some, don't know, like iron. No, this is too bright. Beryllium. Beryllium. I can make it shiny here, of course, and in the layer color we can copy this channel here in the reflectance layer here, the layer color, paste. Yeah, that looks not bad. Brightness 200, but this will change nothing for the moment, I think, because the mix mode has to go to multiply. It starts to get nice. Okay, and here you can work with your own things, with your own settings. I think this is quite nice here. Just with the bump is enough, because not even in the close-up I think you will see it. What means I think we can just look. Oh, no, this is too close. Something like that. That looks nice. Looks really good. Maybe even more. 10, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think now it's it's the top of. And maybe just a little displacement when we go to here. That's strange, because it's exactly the same map, but it makes here it makes. Here it makes problems. Here you see the tiling in the thing. Normally you see that. I go to point 1 here. 0.2. 0.2, but here it starts that we see it. So this we don't need. Around the geometry, okay, around contour. This is maybe give it one more subdivision here. Not really. No, if you want it with this placement, I'll simply take another texture. When you see it makes problems, just make another texture. When you put on a tileable texture would work here, of course. And make it maybe now a little bigger, huh? 0.2. It's too big, then 0.15, 0.15, 0.15. Yeah, I think I like this. And let's last try 0.15 here. 0.15, 0.15. 3, 4 is enough. It seems a little better now. Yeah, but from far away, maybe when you go closer you use it, and from far the pump does it. So, and now we need a nice thing for our main sphere with these dust particles on it. The master sphere. Hello, master sphere. Hello, Nico. First, I would say we deactivate the blue light so that simply go to selection tag. This selection does not exist, so we shouldn't see anything. Okay. And I think if we hide the belts for the moment, it will render this bell quicker. Okay. We can even hide the. Yeah, I don't have to make here the thing, so let's go back and simply hide the edge lights. Then we should see just the hole here. Okay, is this, the edge lights are hidden, so we shouldn't see anything here. This should be just a hole. But it looks somehow not just like a hole. Strange. But doesn't matter, okay. So, get a little closer and a nice HDRI, of course. Shift F8. Same HDRI we used before. This is a longer tutorial. So, but I am not surprised, because this is a nice tutorial. At least I like it. Okay. Yep, so we see nice. There's nothing here, okay, but it's okay. We need now a noise in the bump channel here. So I use this third map we had before. Bring it in here. Yep, please bring it in. And we know, that looks great. Immediately it looks great. And I want here not a spherical mapping, not a thing. I want a cubic mapping. But it should be a cubic mapping, of course, because we exchanged just, so it's still so cubic. That's the reason it looks so nice. And here I want the same. I want just this not so strong and just some particles on it. But I need more strength, but because so that I see the particles later better on it. Oh, look at this. And this is just bump. There is no, we have no displacement in it. So we make it a layer shader here. Layer, layer, layer. I copied this guy here and paste the same again twice. And make this quite. I don't see this now because we have this over it. When I go down and I hide this, we have just a slight. No, come on, yeah, okay. So I go with this away, and now I bring this in a folder and drag this in the folder because I want just to work on this one bitmap here. And here, our effect, I want to clamp the colors. So I want to clamp the height, and let's say go to 15. So you have just some spots here. Okay, but these spots go in the wrong direction. This should be no problem when I go to the effects and clip the color, and in the clip color I just exchange 100 0. No, yep, exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. And this now we can set this to screen or overlay. Let's try a screen. Overlay. This is the multiply. Now, so when we go to normal, I see my things. I have my. They want a very, very. So when I hide this now, what do I get? I should get this, yes, and I want now to see both. Maybe add. Yeah, now I see the particles, and now I see, yeah, that looks great. This is a great material for the physical render, come on. That's nice. So what could do with that? I'm not sure, I'll try it again with screen. With screen we see it. I think with screen it looks. Let's go here to 30. Yeah, screen is better, I think. But but I'm not sure if we see the first bitmap here. We know it if we do it the hard way. It's definitely here. Yeah. Let's try, maybe we get here when we go to the clip and effect. We can do something with the contrast. Yeah, now I see the particles even more. That is great. Yeah, look at this. Oh, we see the particles now. So I can go now here to 50. Maybe that's almost too much. So now we can go to 70. We don't need the whole power of particle. Yeah. Yes. And if you have too many particles, just go with the high clamp down. Then you should go less particles. Yeah, and it is like I said. Maybe we can put in here transform. Make this 0.5 and 5.5. Now the particles are a lot smaller. Yeah, this I like. Okay, we have a great material here. It looks really like a nice place. Save, 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 save. Good, we are in physical render, so we don't have to be so careful. Yeah, I still love the physical render. Honestly, really, it's honestly. So, edge lights. Come on, so. Camera, I want this camera here, let's go. And make a render here. We need a dark background, so let's go to the stage. And nothing easier than that. The stage material. Roop. Come on, give me something dark. Yeah. Thank you. What's that? This is a raw material here. This is an octane material. We don't want an octane material. Ta-da. Come on, IPR, stop the IPR. Stage. Alt key, whoops. Now this is, oops. This is what we want. Let's hide our whole mega sphere here. Just to see our background. What I don't like here is in the stage. I forgot it before in the octane. This hard around here now. Where is our stage studio here? I want here big offset. Something like that. So I have to go with the studio. Back. I don't know if I have to go back, so I have to see my sphere first. No, I don't have to go back. Come on. And I want here in the studio. Okay, this is now nicer. And put on this smudge thing in the reflectance channel. I go to my roughness, open it and go here. Drag in my smudge material. Yeah. You see the smudge thing here? That's and I don't want it so shiny. Let's try to put in here the same the same texture. Copy, paste, but invert this one. So we go to background 1, 0. Yeah, that looks nice now. Great. Great. And bring back our megasphere. What's wrong, my friend? There is something going wrong. Huh? Did I delete something? Did I don't want to see you. And I want to have back my belts. Now I know why it looks a little boring. Belts, come back. Yeah, that looks great, and we have a very nice thing even with the physical render. Look at these nice shiny things here. Maybe that's too shiny. So I go to my belts here. Come on, open. Open. Double click should open it, maybe. Oh, so good. Yeah. Reflectance, and give it maybe a more roughness or less. I think we get more roughness. And a little darker, this whole thing. The reflection strength is okay. I would give it even more. 20. Maybe the brightness here is a little too much. But now it looks, no, I make the stripes just a little darker. Go to this guy, the color channel, I don't need it. Maybe what is when I disable the color channel? Because when I have it in the reflectance channel, I don't need it in the color channel. Look at this. Maybe a little with the color channel, not so much. Go to here, make it here to 50%. Or, yeah, first go to 50% here, but this makes not a lot because I have to go to multiply. Yep, much better. So 70. And the only thing we have now to do is blinking lights for here. And the blinking lights should work here with the brightness, so this is no problem. When I go from 0 to 0, so brightness, we start with, let's start with 0 300. Yeah, why not? We can start with light. Good. Yeah, oops. Then frame 25. 0, frame 50, 300, poing. Shift F3 for the timeline, no, Shift F3 for the timeline. Whoop, blue, yes. Luminance brightness, yes. Open it here, so, and make it row, so easy. And repeat this 5 times. Luminance brightness, wink, attributes. After it, repeat it 5 times, be so kind. And here have our wave view. Save it. Maybe we see it here in the yep, it blinks, you see it? It blinks nice, like in the... Ah, it's the thing. And why does our sphere not rotate? This should rotate, this guy here. I forgot this, I think, in the first one. But this is the easiest one. Frame 0, boing, frame 300, 360 on boing. Everything works crazy fine. What's that here? That's a big thing. But it's not so big when it's rendered, you see? Okay. That looks really nice, eh? Maybe we could make the... Should we make it brighter? We don't need reflectance here. Ah, it's not totally here. But let's go to frame 50 or frame 0, then you should see the brightness of 300, yes. I think it's bright enough. 500. And in the last tutorial I showed this thing, or one of the last tutorials, I show how to work with the glow. Yeah, that's for me it's too much here, so 300 is okay. And everything works fine. But here I don't render now some frames because I think this is, but the only thing I want to do is I want to render at least one frame here to see how this looks with a little better render settings. So let's go to do the render settings and let's go from low GI to middle GI here. Make a render. So I just output the current frame. Yes. Shift R. Show us what we do. Okay, and here of course, but here I would not use the denoiser too, because the denoiser could be that he steals us then our particles to, like here and here and here. Okay, here in this view we don't see many of the particles. The particles are important for the close-ups. And this when I add here a denoiser, so let's render this again and denoise it. How long did we render? Was not long, so yeah, 28 seconds. 1 minute for a frame is okay. For me, it's 5 minutes for a frame would be okay when I get a nice thing, because I let render it overnight, or here I don't have activated my my team render things, so it's just one. You see how smooth this now is. This is. But it takes away a lot. When you see here, this belt this looks much better without the denoiser. But for many things it works. And now we try to make a close-up render. Bing. So I bring it up. So a close-up render. And we activate then depth of field as well. I don't want to see the camera, so I don't want to see this camera. Don't want to see this camera, and I don't want to activate. So let's go here and make a nice close up, something like maybe this looks nice. So let's see how this looks. Let's first. We can make a depth of field render here, and I go to here, options, depth of field. Now we go to the camera here, object, focus distance. I take this point and say, okay, the focus should be exactly here or somewhere. Or here, okay. And we need depth of field. First, we have to activate it later in the render settings, but first depth of field, the f-stop. Let's go to 1, and you see already this nice bokeh. Okay, and now go to the render settings, middle GI. In the physical, you have to activate the depth of field so that we see something. And I don't want the denoiser here. So let's see how long this needs. Should render quite fast because we have no lights now. No, not this. It is emitting not this luminance material. Here down we have one. A spot without particles, of course. I want particles in here. More particles. Give us more particles. Bump, chung. We want more particles. No, this was okay. The clipping here was so we should get more particles. Here we have particles. And maybe they are too small. We have to go to 1. Yeah, we have definitely particles. But maybe they are too small, so let's go back to 1 here. And in the depth of field, this is a little too much, I think. So let's go here to 2 or something else. now we have particles here, but too many. Of course, I've gone up with the with the size, so now it's too many. Now depth of field is nice, nice, and now let's make a height GI with depth of field. Render it. Not even this needs a long time to render. Okay, this I'll let it render out, but this was it for now, for today. It was a long tutorial, yes, but I think we can be really satisfied with it. Oh, look at this nice material. You can really be satisfied with our result, especially here with the physical render. It looks really nice. And so, okay, the next tutorial will come, I'm not sure, but I think next weekend. I'm quite busy during the next week. But it can be if someone donates and say, hey, I donate. If you do, of course I will find time. It's not every time possible, but mostly. If you want to support me on Patreon, link is in the description. On Patreon you can download the project files. Meanwhile, it's over 150 project files and other downloads like scripts and some assets I made in between. And if you say, no, I just want to donate, PayPal address is in the description as well. All things you will need, you will find on my website, and the website, not all things you need, so you don't find, don't know what you're searching for. All plugins and things I use here you will find on my website, and yeah, if you have questions, just ask here in the comments on my Facebook site, in our Facebook group, or wherever you want. I really try to answer everyone. And yeah, the next story I don't know what we will do, so I really don't have an idea. I have my list that grows and grows and grows. If I only would have more time, really. But maybe I'd search for help or something else. I don't know. My big problem is I cannot let work people for me, because I am such a stupid guy and nothing is no, this is not okay, this is not okay. I don't want to be my boss. But sometimes I have good times as well. So yeah, that's it. Look at this great thing. This is so nice with the particles, dust particles, and everything, over-painted dust particles. That looks really great. That's not, it's Octane render is the same. So okay, in Octane render we would have nice post effects like the bloom effect and something else. But this white material is great. I really love it. I really love it. Okay. Yeah, nothing more to say, I would say. I wish you all the best here from Austria, Vienna. Yeah, this project file for physical render you can download. Patreon can download as well. Soon, it's not when the tutorial is out, it's maybe not, but I don't know how we do it. But just have a look every day on the Patreon site and you will see when it comes live. Or you get an email when something comes on it. So, yep. Good, that's it. Wish you a nice day or evening. Here it's evening. Wish you all the best. Hope you have, here it's 3 hours Sunday and I have 3 hours Sunday now. And I will drink, I think, a good single mold of this on this really successful tutorial. I love it. It looks simply great. Okay, and don't forget the Quadtree Measure, that is plugin. I bring the link in the description as well. And because this is really great, it's not cheap, but it's every cent. It's worth every cent. Believe me. When you have scanned objects or something else, you know, a scanned object have a very dense mesh, and with this you can really make a nice, not low body, but a quad mesh and everything, and or cut things you can make. It's great. It's really great. Okay, so now it's over. So I don't know. Don't know how long we do it now, but it's long enough. All the best here from Vienna, and my last words for today. Tschüss und Baba.